Hi guys, just a little quick note before we get started. So unfortunately there was a delay with FedEx, and our box got delayed by a day. And they generally say that if you don't get your box by like midnight on the day that it's supposed to get here, that you shouldn't really eat the meat inside because it's probably bad. It can't be refrigerated that long. And when we got the box, the ice had melted. I mean, some parts were cool. The vegetables all looked okay. And they were all kind of vegetables that didn't really need to be refrigerated anyway. But the meat went. So we kind of got our own meat, and we're just going to use what we could salvage from the box and try to follow the recipe. It's going to be a little different than normal, but yeah. Alright, so let's get started. Hi guys, today we're making beef bolognese with roasted zucchini steaks. Here's your ingredients. And here's your, you're going to need olive oil, salt and pepper, a baking sheet, and a pan. Here's your instructions. Okay, so this is one of the recipes that we've had to trade some things in for. So, in the actual box, we've got 2 zucchinis. We've got some grape tomatoes, a small yellow onion, some basil. This basil in this recipe was fine. There was another basil that wasn't fine, so we threw that out. Some heavy cream that was completely warm when we got it, so I had to get some other cream. Hopefully that works. White wine, that was fine. Parmesan cheese, the garlic, it kind of looks like it's sweated a bit, but hopefully it's okay. Chicken stock, here's ground beef that I bought from the store. And then there's supposed to be oregano, but they didn't have any oregano really, so I've got ground oregano here. It's dried, and I've got Italian seasoning, so hopefully that works. Okay, so I'm going to preheat the oven to 450, and I'm going to halve the zucchini and put them on the baking sheet. Then, I don't have to chop any oregano leaves because I don't have any, but I'm going to chop up the basil and dice up the onion and the garlic, and then pat the beef dry with a paper towel and get ready to brown the beef. Alright, so I'll be back. So I have heated up the pan with oil, and I put in the meat. This might be a little too much meat, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'm cooking this until it's brown, and then I'm going to drain everything and take the meat out and set it aside in a bowl or a plate or something, yeah, don't forget to salt and pepper. After the meat is all browned and everything, we're going to stick the zucchini in the oven on after the meat is all browned, we're going to put the zucchini in the oven. I put olive oil and salt and pepper down, cut side down, and we're roasting this in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, so I've emptied out the meat and I put it back on medium-high heat, and I'm putting in the garlic and the onions and the tomatoes. And they didn't say to cut the tomatoes, so I'm just putting them in whole. We're going to cook this about 5 minutes, and then breaking up the tomatoes. I don't know if any of that worked. So, okay, so I put in the pan with the vegetables. I put in the beef, the chicken stock, and the white wine, as well as the oregano. And now I have turned the heat up to high so that this will start to boil. And it's starting to boil now. And once it does, I'm going to turn it down to medium-high heat, and I'm going to wait until the liquid is reduced by 3/4 and the flavors are all kind of come together. About 8 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to stir in the heavy cream. So yeah, let me just get all that started. Okay, so last, you're going to take it off the heat, and you're going to stir in the 2 tablespoons of whipped, or heavy cream rather. And so basically I'm just going to stir all this together, and it's you're going to top it with the basil and the Parmesan. You're supposed to warm this through like for another minute, so I'm just going to put this back on the heat and let it warm up. So I'll be back to let you know what it looks like when it's all plated. Okay guys, here it is. So I'll be back to let you know what I think of it. Hi guys, I'm here to talk about the food. So let's see. The flavor was pretty good. It wasn't really bolognese though. I mean, to me at least. I think it could have done with like some tomato paste. Instead of just the tomatoes. The tomatoes they gave us, first they should have told me to like cut them in half at the very least, or like smush them up before we put them in, because they were really hard to smush up afterward. Like not even cooking them made any kind of difference really. I had to like go in with a knife when they were in the pan and cut them, and even then it just didn't, like, it wasn't very tomatoey. It was like, I mean, it didn't taste like any kind of bolognese that I've ever had. So that was a little disappointing, but it still tasted good. So, yeah. Alright, so thanks guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video.